discussing proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, or better known as PNF stretching. Whenever I stretch my splits, I always start off by stretching individual muscles that I need for the splits. The first stretch I like to do is for my quads. I lay on my stomach, if so will let me. I take my right arm and I grab my right foot. I push my hips into the floor as I slowly feel a stretch. When I feel comfortable, I stop. I relax into the stretch and give it about 20 seconds. After the 20 seconds is up, I'm going to take my foot and I'm pushing against my hands, so I'm engaging my quadriceps. After another 20 seconds goes by, I'm going to relax everything. I'm going to pull my foot in just a little bit closer. I'm going to hold for 20 seconds, fully relaxed, really focusing on relaxing everything. After that 20 seconds goes by, I then again engage my quads and I'm pushing against my hands, so I'm pushing towards the ground. When I'm stretching like that, I hold the stretch for 20 seconds engaging and 20 seconds relaxed. On the third set of relaxing, I hold the stretch for a minute. On that stretch, you really want to focus on relaxing. Don't push yourself. If you start to tighten up or if you start to feel like something's hurting, then take yourself out of the stretch just a little bit, give yourself an inch or two, and then reset. You're going to get great benefits by stretching like this. After I stretch my quads out, I like to do a lunge stretch. A lunge stretch helps me with my hip flexors, it helps me square my hips, and it also increases the quad stretch. My right leg is forward. I'm pushing my left hip into the floor. I was told to think that my hips are headlights on a car. When you drive a car, you want your headlights pointed forward if you're going to go straight. When you do the splits, you want to have square hips. You want your hips to be pointing directly out in front. A lot of times we like to unsquare our hips, but you really have to focus on squaring them. After I get comfortable in this stretch, I then put my left arm on my right leg, which is in front. I take my right arm and I grab my left leg. This increases the stretch in my quads, and I also start to feel a stretch through my pecs into my shoulder. Holding onto your back foot also helps you square your hips. I just sit in it to loosen everything up and prepare myself. After I feel loose, I let go of my foot and I push back onto my knee. I try and push my leg straight. I flex my foot to increase the stretch down my calf, down my hamstrings, and sometimes I even feel it into my lower back. Instead of rounding, think about pushing your belly button to your leg and folding in half from your hips, rather than trying to get your face close to your knee. I put my hands on each side of my leg, and I untwist my hips, and then I retwist them. So I'm squaring and unsquaring. I try and really focus on keeping myself loose and not tightening. With each twist, I try and push my belly just a little bit further, and I breathe into it. After loosening up my hamstrings, I push my weight back forward, and I sink my shoulders to the inside of my leg that's in front. I try and put my shoulders as low as I can. I try and put my forearms on the ground, and I try and spread my weight equally. I sit in this position for a little bit until I feel loose, and once I feel a little bit loose, I might try and get my shoulder underneath my arm, and sometimes I like to put my back foot up and wiggle back and forth and really increase the stretch on the outside of my leg right through there. After stretching in this position, I put my knee back down and I push my weight back. I stretch my hamstring one more time really quickly, just making sure that it's ready. And then I'll slide into my splits. Once I'm in my splits, I sit here for about 20 seconds, just kind of getting used to it, and then I start doing the PNF stretching. For the PNF stretching, I'm going to engage all my lower muscles. So I'm going to really think about squeezing all through my quads, all through my hamstrings. I'm going to think about twisting to square my hips and squeezing my back glute muscle, and I'm trying to rotate my knee underneath. I'm going to squeeze everything for 20 seconds. After that 20 seconds is up, I put my hands back down and my focus is just to fully relax in the stretch. So I'm going to do 3 sets of 20 seconds where I'm squeezing and 2 sets of 20 seconds where I'm fully relaxing. You really have to think about relaxing. On the 3rd set of relaxing, I'm going to hold it for a minute. I guarantee at the end of this stretch, your splits are going to be a lot further.